Hi, welcome to our reading for September 2018. Now, remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs and symbols ring for you and follow those thoughts, those feelings, those memories that you get to bring clarity to what you're wondering. We are all psychic. We are all spiritual. We are all children of God, but we're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. This could clarify the past. It could shed light into the future or be right in sync with the now. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody, so we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. If you want a more in-depth look at your month, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign videos. And if you get a chance, try to check out the musical playlist that I put below. See if there's something personal for you in the lyrics, in the music, or just enjoy the tunes. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you in a moment. Welcome to our reading for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Let's begin. Let's get clarity on energies coming through in September 2018. Now, the random shuffle Pandora song that came through for Scorpio was Nevermind by Dennis Lloyd. I'll find that song and put it below for you guys. Now let's begin the reading. We're going to start with an animal whisper card. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies, love have for the highest and greatest good of all. We'll start with one card. Get some clarity on energies coming through in September for Scorpio. And beautiful. All right, we have the buffalo coming through for Scorpio, and it says run free. So maybe you need to free up your schedule, feel more free in what you do and what you say, speaking up, speaking clearly, being true to yourself, authentic with yourself. When I see the buffalo, I see a big ass, powerful, beautiful animal, and I think of the herd. So maybe you need to find those around you that are like-minded individuals or similar in vibrational frequency to you. So I'm getting so you can cause a little bit of a ruckus and make a change. Maybe that's a big change in the world. Maybe you are a vital part of uplifting the spiritual frequency of Earth. So maybe you do something online or across different countries, maybe something on YouTube, maybe towards an audience. Free. I feel like you're freeing up your schedule. I see a calendar, so maybe you need to look at the whole month and see where you can have more freedom, what you need to adjust. Feel your scales, Scorpio. What feels too heavy? What feels burdensome and like it's not working for you anymore? And put something heavier or some different responsibilities in another area of your life. Adjust your scales, you know. You might have to try something a couple different ways until you get it right. But I feel like you are really, really strong. You're really powerful. You can totally hold your own in something this month. So if this is an opportunity handed to you, I feel like you're going to become the boss or the manager for something, or this is your project. So you have something that you're creating and you are the conductor here. You are gathering something, gathering tools, gathering information to maybe have it received by an audience or those who are like-minded. Maybe you're finding the right audience this month. The buffalo, run free. I feel like you just have to start. You have to run through something. I feel like You're running with others, though. I feel like there are others who are going in the same direction or have similar values to you and want to run with you. They want to join you. They want to enter into your world and maybe be a helpful source for you. So let's get clarity on the buffalo. Run free. I'm looking at the buffalo and I feel like it has this awesome hairdo thing going on. So maybe you're changing something with your hair, or you have these horns so you can protect yourself. You are protected, but you don't need to necessarily butt heads with somebody. So maybe you're butting heads somewhere in your life and there's a way to come to a compromise, a conclusion, a way through, a new understanding with you, somebody else, or you in a particular group. Maybe you all have different opinions. Maybe it's agreeing to disagree. But I feel like there are similar values here. So look for that in your world, where the support is, where people may think differently than you, but their values, you know, their final goal is similar. Let's get clarity on the buffalo. We're going to move along to something different. These are affirmation cards. So let's get a good affirmation card for Scorpio for the month of September. Something to help bring clarity into your month. Clarity on the strength of the buffalo, running free, freeing up your schedule, feeling more free with your energy. Maybe something was tying you down or somebody else was draining you. Something was draining you, and you find a way through, a way out of a situation. Let's get clarity for Scorpio. And beautiful. So we have no judgment coming through for Scorpio. At the top it says, welcome to Joyville. So find your joy. Release judgments on yourself, harsh judgments on yourself, why something happened, why you did something, why somebody else acted like that. Maybe you didn't understand their perspective, or somebody was just having a bad day. You know, differences of opinions, or something didn't have the right result or the result you expected. Maybe it's releasing expectations here and just being, just allowing something to be, being gentle with yourself, having a healing, loving energy with you and your situation, or with you and someone else. So it says, I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it to my office, and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? So if somebody is bringing harsh judgment into your world, maybe it's just trying to understand, they're trying to be helpful, or they think they know better, and maybe it's just bringing it back to you. What is good for you? What is right for you? What doesn't feel right for you? Be true to yourself, and then just allow things to become. Don't push something to happen. Allow it to grow naturally. So this card is cute. I feel like you're crossing, I almost want to say, the finish line here. So maybe you're putting the final touches on a project, or you find the way through, or this could be a crossroads as well. You find a different direction to go that's better for you and possibly everybody else. So, jumping for joy. I feel like the star here stands out. There's an arrow and it looks like it's pointing to you and the star. So maybe you are the star of the show, you know, the important point or position in a situation to make something changes, to make those changes happen. So let's get clarity on the buffalo and no judgment for Scorpio. We're going to move along to the vice versa tarot, get clarity on September energies. Advice coming through for Scorpio. Clarity for Scorpio. And beautiful. You have my favorite card coming through, Scorpio. This is beautiful. This is the Two of Cups. I think this card, in my opinion, is better than the Lovers because it's actually two people deciding to come together in love, you know, to make it work for everybody. So I feel like this is always a relationship. It could be you and many others, but I feel like it's you and one person in particular. It's the yin-yang. It's the masculine and the feminine working together. Now, Scorpio, this starts with you. It's not up to anybody else in the world to bring happiness into your world. It's up to you to make yourself happy, to find your own joy, to find your balance within yourself, within your own masculine and feminine, and then trust the right relationships, you know, the right situations, the right people come into your world because they're attracted to that balance and that joy within you. You can't make somebody else happy and they can't make you happy. It's up to you to find that happiness within yourself. So release all judgments, you know. I feel like you don't have to try so hard. You just have to be your authentic, true, beautiful, sexy self, Scorpio. You're natural at something. I feel like these two people are completely comfortable. It's like they're mirroring one another. You know, they didn't try to put on a fancy outfit. They're in their togas. You know, they're in their robes, their nightie, their nightgown, and they're just comfortable. I feel like you're outside connecting to nature. There's direction here. I feel like that's the North Star. There's one thing consistent in your life that doesn't change. There's one thing that's always there. If this was an argument in the past or something that didn't work out, have faith that it can be healed. Don't give up on those you love, Scorpio. There is a healing energy and a bond that is coming through for you. So here, it's the daytime, and if you look in the back, it looks like the Ace of Cups here. So you have this fountain of emotion, of joy, of something that is fulfilled in your world. It's something living and beautiful and beneficial and nurturing for you. So you're past that start and you're into something. Now it's up to you to take the next step. Maybe you have to wait for somebody else to come around, to be ready to come through and maybe join you or communicate with you, but it will come around. I feel like the two snakes here are like the caduceus. So I think of a healing energy. I think of wisdom. I think of maybe shedding your skin, stepping into a new self, letting old ways go, and like stepping into new shoes, having new growth that comes through. Maybe you learn something, you have new wisdom that comes through. We don't learn until we go through it, you know? And if we leave one relationship and go into a new relationship, that relationship may have similarities to what you went through, but that person is totally different. It's a totally new dynamic. So this could be the relationship you're already in that's been there a long time in your life, but you have a new feeling about that relationship, a new chapter in that relationship, or it can be something completely new, you know, completely different coming into your world. So don't bring the baggage with you. Allow those new things to come through and unfold in your life. I feel like I want to say the Sea of Tranquility behind you here. It's like the fountain is coming out of the sea. So maybe water signs, maybe another Scorpio, maybe a Pisces or a Cancer. But I feel like it just involves your emotion. You guys even have almost the same haircut. I feel like you're reaching out hand in hand with something. You're cheersing to a certain situation, or maybe opportunity that comes through. But I feel like you figure something out, or you're figuring something out together. You're coming together with someone to have similar goals or similar outcomes. So this could be a marriage card coming through. Let's get clarity for Scorpio. on this beautiful Two of Cups. Take your time. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let something unfold naturally. Let's move along and get a card from the Angel Tarot. Clarity for Scorpio on the Two of Cups, the Buffalo, and no judgment. I hear presumptuous, so don't presume somebody is or is not a certain way, or maybe how they'll handle something. I feel like there's a dynamic here that's special because they're with you and it's not somebody else. So allow that dynamic to be natural. I feel like there's a natural energy here. It's easy, breezy, beautiful. It's like almost effortless for you. Maybe this is just effortless conversation. The conversation flows. You feel natural. You feel secure around this person or in this relationship or in this new thing that comes into your world. I mean, it could be a business partnership as well, but it brings joy into both of your lives. So if this is something that involves business or your job, you're going to do an amazing job because you actually love it, because it doesn't feel like work. It feels effortless. That's beautiful. So that's not work. That's where you magnify abundance into your world, Scorpio. So let's get clarity from the Angel Tarot on the Two of Cups, no judgment, and the Buffalo. And cool. So we have the Nine of Gabriel coming through. So the Nine of Gabriel is like the warrior. You've been through battles. You've been through some shit, Scorpio, but you come out stronger in the end. This is working really hard, doing a good job, but I feel like there's always a reward. There's always a purpose, or there's something that you get from it. So maybe you need to give yourself a reward, or if you reach that goal, give yourself something good, you know, pat yourself on the back, bring something that feels like, you know, satisfying to you into your world, to know you did a good job with something. The Nine is almost completion. Here it has this farmer with a cowboy hat in his overalls, holding a shovel, and looking like he's worked in the garden, pulled all the weeds out, but now he's just taking a moment to look at the good job he or she did. So usually this card comes through when there was a battle, when there was something rough. It's like, you know, you were heading uphill and something felt like it was dragging along, but once you get to the top of the hill, whew, that was a good workout. It was totally worth it at the end. Now look at the view you have from that mountain. See all that you've accomplished from all that work that you did. So the Nine of Gabriel is like the Nine of Rods. So it's a fire card. It's inspiration. It's energy. It's experience. It's adventure even. I'm getting reward for you. So maybe somebody else has a reward or a different position. Maybe you're becoming a boss or something like that. Maybe there's a new position available for you, but it's worth all that work that you do. Maybe you've already planted the seeds. You've already been out in that garden. You're sweating, you're working, and in the end, it's totally worth it when you get to that harvest time. So stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility and environmental activism. So maybe you are moving environments or doing something in your environment, your community, your neighborhood. This could be connecting with Mother Earth. I feel like you're doing your good deeds or your job for the world. Maybe doing something with recycling or something self-sustaining. Maybe working with, I see like solar panels for some reason. So maybe you're getting a solar panel or solar energy. Maybe you're inspired by nature somehow. Maybe it's grounding yourself too, going out in nature, sitting down on a rock, maybe connecting with animals. But I feel like it's more likely something in your community, something you can do that's close by that actually does create a difference in the world or on a bigger scale. So let's get clarity on the Two of Cups, the Nine of Gabriel. Wait, you see that card? And no judgment. And the Buffalo. Let's get one more card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle. I just thought of that song. I want to say Tim McGraw, but I might be wrong. It's Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing when he was 8 years old. A little girl came to the front gate holding a fishing pole. It's beautiful. I'll find that song and put it below for you guys. I feel like it was one of the first country songs that I heard on the pop radio. So let's get clarity for Scorpio. I'll find that song and put it below for you guys. Clarity for the month of September. Energies coming through for Scorpio. And I can't believe I'm getting country songs for you guys. Maybe it's this guy in his overalls that did it. But I just heard My Maria by Brooks and Dunn. So I'll find that song and put it below for you guys. Clarity for Scorpio. And crossing your path, all is possible, Scorpio. So look for the possibilities, the blessings, what is around you that you can work with. You can do it. You can get across. I'm getting that mountain range. You can get over every mountain until you reach your goal, your destination. Maybe you need to have smaller goals and just see what you can accomplish today. Maybe write a list, you know, see all the possibilities you have and then see what you can work with. See what skills you already have, the talents you already have, the connections that are already around you to help you reach your goal. I feel like you're in armor here, so maybe you're protecting something, but he looks calm. I feel like he has this purple cape. So connecting to your higher self, spirituality, all is possible. Let's get clarity on this. Crossing your path. Oh, choosing your path. All right, all is possible. New vistas are ahead, and you have the power to choose. And within you is this freedom that's coming through twice for you. Run free. So you need to free something up to find that freedom in your world so you can do the things you love, so you can have a job that you love to do, even if it just starts with a hobby. So do not allow all the restrictions, limitations placed on you by the expectations of others to deter your path. Be daring. Cast aside conventions and restrictions. Dance, laugh, explore. Go beyond and your predictable behavior. Say yes to life. You support others in stepping into their freedom. I feel like you're an example. You know, people starting to see you free yourself up and do things you love, inspire them to do the same. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, choose life on your terms. Move beyond those situations that you've outgrown. There we go. That's that like shedding the skin I saw. You know, sometimes something is good for us and then we change. A different situation is in our world and now we can't do something the same way we did in the past. Sometimes to be free, the traveler needs to put down his pack and just keep walking. I just heard those boots are made for walking. I'll find that song and put it below for you. There are times to live in ordinary life, but there are also times to cast ordinary things aside and fling your arms to the heavens in joy. You are not on the planet to always meet the needs and expectations of others. You're here to explore, expand, and step into your extraordinary self, Scorpio. Don't unconditionally accept the rules you have placed on yourself or that others have placed on you. Choose pathways that lead to greater freedom and happiness. So this is a beautiful reading. I hope it was helpful for you, Scorpio. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful September, and I'll see you soon. Bye.